Hey, welcome back to You Should Know This Song. I'm Race.
I'm Reed. Welcome, one and all.
We are Mixed Apes.
Yeah, we're getting ready to do another episode of You Should Know This Song, which is what you came here for.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
You Should Know This Song, if you haven't figured it out by now, is a podcast based on a series of lyric challenges that we use to run our mouths about music.
Right. We throw a piece of lyrics or some twist on song lyrics at each other and watch the other guy squirm trying to figure out what song, what artist, and all that they belong to. And then, we talk about that and whatever that spins out into, which oftentimes doesn't end up being about that. But hopefully it's interesting.
Yeah, at the very least, we're long-winded. So.
All right.
Anyway, let's get moving on the episode. What do you say?
Seems like it's time to get into it. Here we go. This segment is called Prime. It's the core segment of the show. It's a core function. It's where everything originated. For those of you in the know, I didn't have to say any of that. But we're going to get going with the first clue, which is going to be delivered by Race.
There you go.
Thanks, Race of Apes. Race gave me the man from Mars stopped eating cars and eating bars, and now he only eats guitars.
Very good.
That is just one of the greatest bands there ever has been, Blondie, right?
Oh, yeah, I mean, they were pretty good for their time.
Yeah, and
their music certainly held up.
Their music held up.
Which you wouldn't have thought from then. You know what I'm saying? Back then?
The song is Rapture.
Yes.
And I don't know what album that's off of.
I don't either.
Okay.
I don't either.
You should. Do you know when it was released?
Just
curious.
I don't have it in my notes.
It was released in 1970, the grooviest point in the 70s that you can imagine. Wasn't it? Wasn't it 70s?
It was, yes. Yeah. In that neighborhood.
Because it was Blondie, it was super groovy. I'm into Blondie. And the thing I was going to spin off into is...
Hold on.
Songwriters.
And Harry and Stein are the songwriters.
Okay.
You were going to say, I'm so sorry.
I was going to say that Rapture still occurs to me to be the kind of song that on first listen, probably anybody, in like my kids' age group would just be rolling their eyes until they broke, until their eyes broke. What is this that you're listening to? But if you give a listen to it and give it a little patience, I think, personally, that you will gain a real appreciation of the musical content. And it was goofy, but it was cool goofy. It was really groovy goofy.
What's his name? Weird Al's kind of stuff. Same kind of vibe. Not that was
with a great funk, disco, actually playing the instruments thing going on in the background.
Yeah.
It was just a great song to me. And a few other Blondie songs really strike me that way as well. Still, I mean, I just eat them up when I listen to them. Okay.
But you don't eat guitars.
I don't eat guitars or bars. So that makes it
your turn.
I got that one. Hey, Race, I got one. Okay. Here's what I got for you, tough guy.
And I'm waiting patiently. And wrapped around the music is the sound of someone promising they'll never go. That would be Three Dog Night and Old Fashioned Love Song.
Oh, my. You nailed that one right off the bat.
Yes, I did. I should know that song.
You should know that song, and you did. I'm actually a little surprised because I thought that lyric was kind of...
Oh, no. Old Fashioned Love Song. It was one of their top 5 hits, and they had 30, right?
I just thought that lyric wouldn't be as... I thought it was kind of mixed in there a little bit. You know what I mean? I thought I'd put a fast one on you, and you'd have to get a second clue.
The truth is that probably in 1972 or 73, when this would have been popular in that neighborhood, give or take a year, right? I was 12 or 13, and this was exactly the kind of direct that I was listening to. And it's great stuff. I mean, but it's not something that come under my radar.
Right.
I had it come out when I was 4 or 5 years older. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But all of the great. As a matter of fact, I actually had a Three Dog Night 8-track tape.
I did too.
Did you really?
Three Dog Night 8-track.
Probably was the same tape. There was only one.
Yeah.
Even though we were 500 miles apart at the time.
Remember the Three Dog Night show?
No, I don't.
They had a TV show. They had a variety show.
Really? I remember seeing them I
think it might have been for at least 2 seasons. They had Don Kirshner's rock concert or Midnight Special.
Right.
Those were the 2
late night TV rock and roll shows.
I hope everybody out there who has any familiarity with that at all is just getting a kick out of remembering Midnight Special and Don Kirshner's rock concert. You stayed up until midnight, bleary-eyed as you could be, so that you could watch bands live. play live. They were playing. I mean, I don't remember any of them being lip syncing. I mean,
No.
everything I thought I saw was live.
So who wrote that, Reed?
That song was written by, and this was something that I wanted to go into a uncontrolled substance about Paul Williams. You remember Paul
Yeah, I do
Williams?
remember Paul Williams.
Paul Williams wrote a lot of songs. So that was written by Paul Williams. It was off the album Harmony in 1971. Did you
Cool.
say the name of the song? You did. Say
I did.
An Old Fashioned.
Old Fashioned Love Song.
All right, so that would make it
my turn.
Your turn.
And there's a you should know this song. There's a lyric for you.
Hey, well, I'm a friendly stranger in the black sedan. Won't you hop inside my car? I should know this song.
You should.
And I do know this song.
Okay.
I'm your vehicle, baby. I'll take you anywhere you want to go.
Okay. Can you tell me the band?
Is that Blood, Sweat, and Tears?
No, but they do sound. It does sound
like,
an
awful lot like them.
Yes.
It's not War.
Nope.
I don't know the name of the band.
Name of the band is the Ides of March.
Ides of March. I did know the name of the band. I could not remember the name of the band.
Okay. And the key here, and I'm only going to take this off for just a second, is that one of the founding members of the Ides of March was Jim Peterick.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Who comes back later in rock and roll world.
Yes.
But I don't think they were a Chicago area band, and I didn't know that was much of a hit outside of Chicago. But they were actually like Jim Peterick grew up in the Berwyn area, which I lived in and near.
I'm familiar with some point that area.
Berwyn. But anyway, the thing from you guys had some version of Creature Features here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy that did Creature Features in Chicago, whenever they would get something from Berwyn, there was an audio where people would go Berwyn in the background. I don't know why, but it was funny that it happened.
But it's one of those things that sticks in your head for the rest of your life. And
anyway, we've got that again written by Jim Peterick, and that makes it your turn.
Okay.
For a song I should probably know.
Was Summer in the City?
Summer in the City.
Also theirs?
No.
Was that Blood, Sweat, and Tears?
We'll find out more about that later.
Okay, here's your clue, and you maybe should know this song.
1,000 miles have made me older since the last time I saw your pretty face, and I'm pretty sure that the rhythm of this is what gives it away. 1,000 miles have made me older since the last time I saw your pretty face. I'm sorry, nothing's coming to mind.
Then I don't think you'll know this song, so I don't think I'm going to give you
give me the next lyric. What the hell? You don't get to do that.
I'll give you. I don't get to decide what you're going to guess and what you're not. Oh.
Do you not have it prepared?
No, I'm trying to think of right at the chorus. Sorry. I can't say it because it's the actual name of the song.
Okay.
So, yeah, I can't do it.
All right, well, then tell me what you got.
I don't have it. It's Here Without You by Three Doors Down. I'm here without you, baby.
Yeah. I would not have gotten that.
So, sorry to second guess you, but that was Three Doors Down, Here Without You. That was released in 2003. That was written by Bradley Kirk Arnold, Robert Todd Harrell, Christopher Lee Henderson, and Matt Roberts.
And they are the
band
of Three Doors Down.
Three Doors Down. The album is Better Life. I guess that makes it your turn to beat me over the head with something.
By the way, I have a neighbor 3 doors down who constantly is making a joke about the fact that I live 3 doors down.
What's the Dolly Parton song, Three Doors Down also? Two Doors Down. They're laughing and drinking and having a party.
I don't remember, but it'll come to me while we're talking. All right, so here you go. You should know this song.
Okay, the lyric is, hey girl, help me if you can. I'm coming to you with my heart in my hand. Yeah, I'm not getting anything from that right away. Give me love, I'm starved for affection. All I need is just a little direction. I should know this song.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think
that line right there.
I think, as a matter of fact, we talked at some point about you actually having this album.
It's not finding itself in my head.
Okay, so that song is Somewhere in America by the band Survivor. It's their first album, was also written by Jim Peterick.
Jim Peterick,
right? Who wrote the song in the previous challenge, "I'm Your Vehicle." And by the way, the song is not "I'm Your Vehicle"; it's "Vehicle." I found that out. I was wrong about that.
Oh, okay. It's just Vehicle.
It's just Vehicle. But at any rate,
give me love, I'm starved for affection.
All I need is just a little direction. Whoa, whoa, Somewhere in America. And I'm not going to try to sing it. Sometimes
please try to sing the song. Please.
The thing is, Jim Peterick, again, Chicago area native, was in a bunch of different bands, but the two big ones were Ides of March, which was a hit, a top 40 hit.
Yeah. He didn't sing in Ides of March, right?
No, he was a writer and keyboard player.
Right.
I don't know if he sang, or I don't know if he sang that. And he wasn't the singer in Survivor either.
Okay, that's where I was mistaken.
However,
anyway,
I don't know.
Go ahead.
We spoke in an earlier an earlier session actually about going to see Brooklyn Charmers.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Charmers, the keyboard player, is Jim Peterick's son.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Huh.
So Brooklyn Charmers, they're a Steely Dan cover band. We saw them in Edwardsville at the Wiley
Great,
Theater.
great band, just great.
Yeah, I mean it's as close to getting to see Steely Dan as you can get without seeing Steely Dan. At any rate, Jim Peterick.
So the lead singer, keyboard player guy, stage right here.
Yes,
is your left, my right.
Yes, is Jim Peterick's son.
Yeah, good to know. Interesting.
Cool. I believe that makes it your turn.
That makes it my turn.
Didn't get that one.
I did not know that song. Okay, if you get this one, I'm really gonna. I think you should know this song. So let's see if you know this song.
With the heart break open, so much you can't hide. No. Is there another lyric?
Yeah.
You want to give it to me?
I do, but I'm going to have to say it. Put on a little makeup. Make sure they get your good side. Good side.
Oh, yeah, that's got to be Goody Goody Two Shoes.
Hey!
Right? Okay.
But why am I getting a kick out of you getting that? I don't
know, but because you said it the way that it's sung.
Well, yeah, I would have had to put the lyrics there that way. Those are the lyrics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the artist?
Adam Ant.
Adam Ant, right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. That was released in 1982, Friend or Foe. I really liked Adam Ant. I know it was dorky, but I really liked
I know, right? Like it goes with that whole early 80s new wave, pre-punk or whatever you want to call it.
He was dressed up with Indian war paint on his face and some feathers, but he also had like weird club clothes on and everything. But he got away with it. And he was in a couple of movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, that was written by Adam Ant himself and Marco Peroni.
I thought we were going to say Marco Polo, and I was going to reach across the table and smack you.
Would I do that? Would I do that?
You certainly
you would reach across the table and smack, but I don't know about the being stupid thing.
So here's one for you, and you should know this song.
And the lyric is, and now my coffee's cold, and I'm getting told that it's time to get back to work. That would be Maggie May.
Right neighborhood, wrong house.
Hold on. Oh no, it's not. I got the melody mixed up. They crossed over in my head. You Wear It Well?
Yes.
And that was Faces?
That was actually Rod Stewart.
Was it just Rod Stewart?
Just Rod Stewart.
I thought it was still Faces.
Although I did have in my notes to check and see if Faces was the backing band. Which they're not. Or at least not all of them. It's not
right.
Because there's so much of his stuff from that early period that sounds so much the same. It's like
it sounds like them.
Yeah, absolutely. Written by Stewart and Rod Stewart and Quittenden, and I want to say that's 1971 or 72. I don't have it written down.
That seems right.
Although I did have written down that the two Peterick songs were in 70 and 79. How I could have one set of references and not the other?
I think it's probably good that, in a way, it's good that we're not playing clips of the songs. Because right now I want to hear that song real bad.
Oh, and so
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like it's ringing in my head. I'm hearing the violin part, the whole thing. You know what I mean? So I don't know what that would do to torture everybody out there just to hear the little clip of the song, and then we keep on blathering. They'd probably turn it off and go listen to the
song. I would certainly if that were the case.
Okay, I knew that song. I should have, and I knew it. I did get it confused with Maggie May, so I get a half a point now that we're keeping score.
Yeah, if we were keeping score.
I'm keeping score. All right, my turn.
It is.
And here comes for you. Okay, here's your clue.
I should know this song?
You should know this song.
I used to be such a sweet, sweet thing until they got a hold of me. That's Alice Cooper.
Wow, that was fast.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Holy cow.
I mean, you're going to have to go a little bit deeper into the rack.
Well, again, anyway, yeah, I'm not giving you enough credit there. I'm thinking, okay, this song is a known song, but this lyric may not be very familiar. So maybe the lyric would.
Something for little old ladies and help the blind to see is the next
thing. You got it. Yeah, nice. Way to go. That was, as you said, No More Mr. Nice Guy, Alice Cooper, and Michael Bruce and Alice Cooper wrote that song. And it was on the album $Billion Babies. Remember the song?
$1 Billion Babies?
Babies.
Yeah.
That was
a big fucking big album for him.
That was a big album. Big album for him. 1973, and it had many other hits on it, which we can talk about another time. It is your turn to jam me up.
Okay, Reed, you should know this song.
And the lyric would be, Me and my mate were back at the shack. We had Spike Jones on the box. I should know this song. Give me another line. I know right now I can't, I'm not going to get it from that. She said, I can't take the way he seems.
Sings.
Oh, sings, but I love the way he talks. She said, I can't take the way he sings, but I love the way he talks. Me and my mate were back at the shack. We had Spike Jones on the box. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it.
Okay, that's the band. Levon Helm singing.
Yeah.
And the song is Up on Cripple Creek.
Oh,
And that's,
no.
you really should know
No,
this
I
song.
really should know that song.
Yeah, I'm so, I'm actually a little disappointed, Reed.
That is really disappointing. Wait, I'm trying to
Let me
hear
get
it
out
in the
my
song now.
respect for Reed chart.
Yes, you should. I should get lashes for that. The way he sings, but I love the way he talks. I swear I know all the lyrics to that song.
Oh, apparently not.
Holy smokes, that is blowing my mind
And
right
that's
now.
Robbie Robertson was the writer on that.
As with so many, but
yeah. So anyway, I can't believe you didn't get that one.
I can't believe I didn't get that song.
Very disappointed. I'm calling your mother.
I'm listening to that as soon as I leave here. Okay, your turn, buddy.
Okay.
And all right, well, now that we had that disappointment, it's my turn, and I don't hope that you don't guess it, but I'm not going to feel bad if you don't. And you should know this song.
How happy life could be if all of mankind would take the time to journey. That how happy life could be is triggering something. Have you got another lyric?
The next line is actually the title of the song. So I'm going to have to verbally deliver the next clue, which is leave your cares behind, come with us and find.
That's the Center of the Mind.
Hey,
hold
nice.
on. I should know this. I do know this.
Let's see if you know all this, because it is a little interesting.
Journey,
you got the Center of the Mind is the name of the song.
Right,
Journey to the Center of the Mind is the name of the song.
And yeah, it's I mean, I know this band. I've given you clues from them.
No, you haven't.
Okay, then I don't have it. Who is it?
Do you know who the guitar player is?
No. Who's the?
It's the Amboy Dukes.
Is it really?
Ted Nugent and the Amboy Dukes. Can you believe?
Oh, that's off the same album as the Great White Buffalo.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, the album is Journey to the Center of the Mind. I thought the album was Great White Buffalo, but the album is Journey to the Center of the Mind.
Okay. See, you know where I was going with that? And I still can't think of the name of the damn band. Knights in White Satin. Who is that?
Moody Blues.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's great. Well, you were in the right time frame.
So who wrote that?
That song was really spacey for Ted Nugent.
I mean, that was. Well, that Great White Buffalo song was a complete, not Ted Nugent.
Right.
That whole that Amboy Dukes period.
The whole period was psychedelic.
It was a real.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think you know Ted Nugent and you don't know that stuff, go listen to it.
Yeah, so, you'll be very surprised. The hard rock, I want to say like Detroit rock,
right? Sounding
Ted Nugent
is not
stuff that you know.
Yeah, it's very psychedelic.
That's not what it was. It was spacey, psychedelic rock. Yeah, wild. Okay, so that was Journey to the Center of Mind by the Amboy Dukes. Stephen O. Farmer and Ted Nugent wrote that song. In 1968 is when it was dropped. So that seems like now it's your turn.
Yeah, I think maybe one more for this session, and then we'll move on to something
one more each.
Equally weird.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Should I know this song?
You should know this song.
Okay, and the lyric is, look at the faces, listen to the bells. I know this song.
You do know this song.
But I said that about a song that I really should have known just a minute ago.
The second
Hard to believe we need a place called hell. Hold on, give me a second here. Oh, my mind is working it up. Oh my gosh. I can hear the singer's voice, the whole thing. I'm gonna give because of time. What is it?
Okay, it's In Excess.
Yes.
Devil Inside.
Yes, Devil Inside. Oh my gosh.
By Ferris and Hutchins.
Yeah.
Yes. And absolutely.
I could totally listen to I could hear the doo.
Yeah. I mean, and you're
everything about the song.
I know you to be an Excess fan. Exactly. So I'm.
Wow, that's a pisser.
I think
that is a pisser.
Perhaps you need to check your medication. I'm not really sure.
Maybe I just need way more booze. No, that can't be the case. That's not how you handle things.
Well, that's not how you handle things. Some of us. All right, so one more from you, and then we're going to call it the end of the session. One more
from me, and yeah, this is the one I'm going to do. You should know this song.
Meet you downstairs in the bar, in the bar and hurt your rolled up sleeves and your skull t-shirt. No, that doesn't mean anything to me. You got more?
You say, what did you do with him today? And sniff me out like I was Tanqueray.
Nope. Nothing.
That I don't know. I thought you probably would know that, but it is a little out of the sort of out of the stream. Amy Winehouse, you know I'm no good.
Okay.
You know that I'm no good. Which, if you are not an Amy Winehouse fan, my gosh, you should be an Amy Winehouse fan. That was written by Amy Winehouse, released in 2006 on the Back to Black album. And in part because I'm emphasizing this to Race of Apes here, folks, but everybody out there, if you don't listen to some Amy Winehouse, if you haven't, if you've blown it off because of the media stories and the sensational crap, the music is so fantastic.
See, and that's exactly why I didn't listen to it back in the day. You know what I mean? It's just like it was just another
right. She was headlines.
Yeah,
she was
somebody seeking attention, kind of a thing.
Right.
You know, so I just didn't pay any attention.
That was the shame of the whole story, and I could go off on a little bit of a tangent about Amy Winehouse right now, but the shame of that whole sensationalist media thing about her life overshadowed the fact that, loving jazz as you do, you will melt. Like the quality of the music in that album in particular, and certainly other songs of hers, is just fantastic.
I'll have to give it a listen because it's just stuff, honestly, that I, quite frankly, completely avoided paying attention to at the time.
Listen to the song Back to Black. You may have heard Rehab. These are songs that were on the radio, but she does some covers. Valerie, I mean, not only truly is her voice very, very unique, and she uses it just I'm gushing a little bit here, but the reality is that I believe what I'm saying.
You are a big fan of female singers that have a unique sound. I mean, like that's a big part of the stuff.
Right. Singers, but certainly females. Like I can attribute Johnny Mathis and some guys like that who have unique voices, males.
Right.
But I'm going to step out on a limb and say that if Amy Winehouse had stuck around, that her voice would be known along the lines of Ella Fitzgerald's voice. And Ella Fitzgerald to me is the queen of every queen there is. There's no one who has come close
Etta James in history. As close as I could get. Yeah.
And she would have been there. Her vocal quality and the way she used her voice was just remarkable. And then the musicians they put together and the music they created, I mean, you'll love it. You will
I'll
just
check it
love
out.
it.
I'll check it out.
That is the end.
That's the end of this this segment, this session of Prime.
Right.
And stick around a couple minutes, and we're going to do another session. Who knows what's going to be the next thing? I'm not really sure.
Right.
A segment we're calling Your Mother Should Know. Thank you to the Beatles for the title.
Yes.
Ideally, this is what I call Prime Light. It's the same thing that we do in the Prime segment, but it should be something that pretty much anybody would know. It's not based on esoteric knowledge. They're all radio hits, if you will.
Yeah.
Some of them even to the point of being AM hits. Okay.
Okay.
Which makes it even more obvious to some folks.
Yeah.
Back when they used to play music on AM radio, I don't know if they still do because I haven't tuned to AM in about 200 years.
You might be able to find the occasional pirate station or something like that.
We should do a segment on pirate stations at some point.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Anyway, so I'm going to start this one. These are delivered the same way that Prime is. So I'm going to drop you a lyric here. And there you go. Your mother should know this song.
Your mother should know this song. If you ever get annoyed, look at me. I'm self-employed. I love to work at nothing all day.
Yep.
Because I know a spoof lyric to that song. I won't do it. Taking Care of Business by Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Written by Randy
Bachman. And
where he came from was the Guess Who. That was what he had done before he was in BTO.
Yeah, I did not really know that, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I didn't really.
Yeah, and originally, apparently, Bachman Turner Overdrive was going to be the three Bachman brothers and Fred Turner.
Okay.
And I guess they happened across a magazine called Overdrive. And somebody said, hey, Bachman Turner Overdrive, and it stuck.
Now, I love that kind of tidbit. I mean, that's the best kind of little story.
Yep.
Right?
I had thought that there were some other guys that some of the other guys in BTO had come from other bands. So I went looking on the web to see if I could figure out who else was in the band, that kind of thing. Right. And there was no one that I recognized. Now, that doesn't mean they weren't musicians of note. It just means I didn't recognize them. But I picked that up during my little perusal there.
Yeah, I haven't, and that brings one thing to mind I'll be quick about because this is prime light. I read a long time ago, and I haven't pursued it in a long time, that Bryan Adams, the
popular
uber
80s.
popular 80s, 90s, he in his mid-teens was writing hit songs for, he's also Canadian, whatever,
right,
for Bachman Turner Overdrive and a whole bunch of bands years before he, was, I guess, even old enough to be
out
playing or whatever. And that there are several of their songs that he wrote.
I didn't know that.
Along with other artists too. That'd be something interesting to
take a look at.
To chase down. Okay, so it's me.
It's your turn.
Let's see. Your mother, I'm supposed to say it right, should know this song.
Don't you know the crime rate's going up, 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 up? Bite the Big Apple.
Yeah,
that's a lyric.
You're there. That is one of the
Rolling Stones. Oh man,
he's getting it, folks. He's getting it. And squeezing out.
And it's the album. It was huge. That whole album was huge.
Yeah,
everything on it
was a radio play song. The album was Some Girls.
Yes.
Shadube. Shattered.
Thank you.
Shattered is the name of the song. Yep. Rolling Stones. Mick Jagger and Keith Richards wrote that. And yeah, Some Girls, 1978. And man, just every song.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every song off the album. So it's you.
It is me, and here I am being me. So your mother should know this song.
I got a freaky old lady named Cocaine Katie who embroiders on my jeans. Who's the band? The name of the song is Cover of the Rolling Stone.
Very good. And you got to say embroideries.
Embroideries on my jeans.
Yeah, who embroideries on
most of that song is sort of spoken song.
Yeah, almost.
Most of it's spoken song, right?
Yep. So there's two pieces.
Something gonna get you till you get your picture on the cover
of the Rolling Stone. Nothing gonna
and
get you.
That is, who is this band? Is it I want to say something medicine show.
It is. It's Dr. Hook
and the Medicine Show. Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show.
And they actually had like several hits at this period.
Yeah.
But this was the one that got them, albeit in what do they call it when you draw you looking funny?
Caricature.
Caricature. Thank you.
Caricature.
They actually got them on the cover of the Rolling Stone in caricature.
Yes. Yeah, I do.
So here's the cool part of this whole thing. Who wrote this?
Oh my gosh.
You'll never believe it.
Who wrote it? Willie Nelson.
Shel Silverstein.
What?
The guy that wrote all the kids' books where the sidewalk ends.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 3 or 4 of them sitting 5 feet from us on the bookshelf.
Yeah, we had Shel Silverstein books.
Yeah, exactly. That's a Shel Silverstein song.
So you had to have got to kind of gone and chased that down a little bit. Does he have other songs that we don't know?
Whenever I go to look, whenever I put one of these in, I go and look who wrote it so that we can credit the artist. I mean, the songwriter, the lyricist. I didn't pursue what else he.
Oh my gosh! If I saw something like that, I wouldn't be able to resist. It'd be the reason that I never come here prepared. I'd be like, oh, I was looking at Shel Silverstein's other songs.
Well, and that's I honestly have tried to show a little discipline. Discipline. All she really needed was some discipline.
Discipline is what you just said, and I like discipline. I like that word. Okay.
And you didn't get the other reference there. All she really needed was some discipline. That's not for your mother should know.
I think I know. Is that Zappa?
That's Zappa.
Yes. I think I know.
Animal Hum.
And probably we shouldn't go into that. That's for the adult version of Uncontrolled Substance. Okay.
What do you got there?
Yeah, you should be able to. Your mother should know this song.
Let them leave you up in the air. Let them brush your rock and roll hair.
Yeah.
Let the good times roll.
Yeah.
Is that the Cars?
That's the Cars.
Who were the guys that put that together?
The writers of that song, Ben and Rick. That's what I know. I don't know.
Well,
I don't have it.
But figure that out.
Thing that I wanted to get into about that just a little bit, since we're allowed to do a little, is the Cars is one of those bands with sort of a lot of radio hits through a pretty long span of time and a really, healthy career, successful career that you don't
don't hear them anymore.
You don't really hear them anymore.
Yeah,
you hear Drive,
right?
The Ben Orr vocaled song. It was a Cars song,
right?
You hear Drive a lot. You hear it in, overhead at Walmart and all
Yeah, exactly. It's a radio elevator play.
You just don't hear much Cars music being played, and it really holds up.
I think if we talked about this maybe in one of our pre-published episodes when we were back working on the beginning.
Yeah,
is Hall & Oates.
yeah,
they owned a huge chunk of the end of the 80s.
Yes,
and middle to the end of the 80s, I guess, of the FM radio. I mean, they probably had 3 or 4 hits more than once at a time.
Right? Playing on the air simultaneously.
You don't, and I mean, it's not like I missed them or anything, but like you don't hear them, you don't hear of them. Although there's some kind of court battle going on right now between them.
Oh, between the two of them?
Apparently, Daryl Hall and John Oates sold a chunk of their catalog to somebody, publishing rights, a while back.
Right.
And I guess Daryl Hall now regrets part of that. Ooh, and John Oates is trying to sell.
Bad way to go.
John Oates is trying to sell another chunk of the catalog to the same company. Daryl Hall put a restraining order on him. Just like literally just in the last few days I read about this.
Well, that is saddening.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, you don't, I know things happen. It's business in the end, right?
Right.
But, you think of somebody like that you have especially what you perceive to be a couple of guys who were good buddies enough that they built a musical career together, right?
Yeah.
And wrote songs together and had all.
And I don't know that there's animosity between them that goes outside of the business realm. I'm not saying they're not talking or anything, but I mean it's just sad that it has to happen.
Yeah, it does seem like it's probably safe to assume. Anywho, so it's me, right?
No, it's back to me. You just gave me the Cars.
Oh, that was the Cars. Yeah, we got off the Cars onto that, and you talked about Hall & Oates, and I was like, well, he's talking about Hall & Oates.
So that's, my bad, apparently.
So it must be...
And here's one that your mother should know.
Well, I've been afraid of changing because I built my life around you. It is Fleetwood Mac, not just Stevie Nicks. It's Fleetwood Mac.
Correct.
What's the name of the song?
Landslide.
There it is. Took my love to down.
Yeah, it's been done by a couple of other folks.
Even only a few, but most recently, I want to say Lady Antebellum did a country version of it that actually was pretty honorable, pretty respectable.
So there's
and I think they call themselves I don't know what they call themselves now because they did a change of their name because of the implications of Antebellum, which is super respectable. Anyway, sorry.
Not at all. So there's a standing joke in my crowd about Stevie, because when I speak of Stevie, I'm generally speaking of Stevie Wonder.
Not Stevie.
And if not Stevie Wonder, then Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Or Stevie Guitar Miller.
Yeah. We were sitting around a few months ago, and I said something about Stevie, and one of the young ladies in the group said something about Stevie Nicks that got shouted down really hard, and not because of any disrespect for Stevie Nicks.
No.
In this group, she's definitely the third Stevie.
Right, the third or the fourth Stevie.
Yeah, so anyway.
So that was off of Rumors, right?
Yes, and yes.
The album.
Right. And you know what's funny is like a lot of people considered them an overnight sensation when that album came out.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, they did. And oh my gosh,
they were like 8 or 9 albums at
they had
a minimum.
A long history. Before that.
Yeah, it didn't include Buckingham and Nicks, but
right. Yeah. And the other, the Buckingham and Nicks aspect of it had their own long-standing thing too.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, oh my gosh. Okay, it's me, right?
It's you.
How about Your Mother Should Know This Song?
I can't believe the news today.
I know it's right there.
Yeah.
I can hear I can smell the smoke.
You got any more?
I do. How about
I Can't Close My Eyes and Make It Go Away? No, I don't have this.
Ooh, Sunday Bloody Sunday by U2. That was
yes, I can hear it now.
Yeah.
I don't know that my mother would have known that one, but
I thought it was ubiquitous. I mean, that song
absolutely. You're absolutely
right.
That was
U2's,
I was picking,
U2's breakthrough.
Picking nits there.
Oh, I see. Yeah, maybe it's not quite an AM radio crossover.
No, but yeah.
On the right station. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, so that was U2's big. Maybe only in the States. I honestly don't know how much success they had overseas prior to that in Europe. You know what I mean? But that song was what broke them
right
in America. And that song had some staying power. Still does, really. I mean, you still hear that song.
Yeah,
the whole album. And a lot of U2 stuff. I'm a big U2 fan. So that was written by Paul David Hewson, Adam Clayton, Larry Mullen, and Dave Evans. And to be perfectly honest, I don't know for sure, as big a U2 fan as I am, if the first name there, Paul David Houston, is actually Bono.
Yeah.
I think it is, but I'm not certain. And the name of the song? Sunday Bloody Sunday.
Sunday Bloody Sunday.
Yeah. So yeah, your mother probably should have known that song, but we're not gonna give her too hard of a time for it.
Right. Exactly. She's not here to defend herself anymore.
Okay, you do something.
I have
You have another?
I have one more at least for you. Your mother should know this song.
Your mother. Now this to me is equivalent in sort of whether or not mother should know this to what I just hit you with. I get up at 7, and I go to work at 9.
Yes.
I got no time for living. I'm working all the time.
That's correct.
Seems to me. Should I keep going?
No, please.
That is Working Man by Rush. Is it? It's Working Man. It's not They Call Me.
No, it's Working Man.
It's not the whole. Yeah, Working Man by Rush off of the Rush album. Or is it? I think it was off of Rush.
I'm going to take your word for it. I don't know that.
I think it was off of Rush, and that might be Rush's first
hit,
big rock radio hit.
Yeah,
specifically.
Yeah.
I think that was the first big rock radio.
It's kind of hard. You never know what they were doing in Canada.
Sure.
You know, as far as
American radio, rock radio hit.
And written by Geddy Lee and Lifeson.
Yes. What a great band. And I listen to a lot of Rush, and I keep saying that about all these bands and then not being able to identify their songs. So
I was just trying to go a little bit more towards some stuff because, a lot of the stuff that we've been doing is really either the 80s alt that you and I know.
Yeah.
Or pretty much stuff that everybody knows. And I was trying to go a little bit more towards, let's get some more real rock in there. I don't know if we can call it rock and roll, but rock at the very least. So.
Should I do one more?
Let's do one more.
I think I've lost track.
I don't know whose turn it is, but it doesn't really matter. It's just you and me and those people out there, and they've been pretty patient so far.
All right. Your mother should know this song.
Watch it. Talking about things that nobody cares. Aerosmith.
Yeah. Wearing other things that nobody wears.
Yeah.
Call my name, but I got to make clear.
Yeah.
Sweet Emotion.
Sweet Emotion.
Yeah.
Off of 1975 or 76, right?
Good. I don't honestly have it trapped who for sure wrote that song. So, we're going to have to go with really great songwriters wrote that song, probably including members of the band. And my sincerest apologies. Okay, so that sounds like it's the end of this segment. Seems like it is. Did we have fun, kids? We had fun.
I had a blast. It was a good time. And by the way, Steven Tyler and Tom Hamilton, while you were...
I was right.
Yes.
I was right. Yeah. Members of the band.
All right, well, that does bring us to the end of Your Mother Should Know.
Your Mother Should Know.
And probably to the end of an episode as well.
Yeah, it seems like probably we've made these people suffer enough.
I think so, right? And I feel so bad for them, but I'm not going to stop.
Right. There will be more, and you will suffer through it again.
We have been
the Mixtapes doing You Should Know This Song.
And we will be doing more of it, and we hope that you like and subscribe and come back and join us for it.
Please do. Go out and search around for some of the stuff you just were reminded of, hopefully, that made you want to hear this or hear that, or investigate a factoid that we spit out that is way off the mark, or something that's cool.
Yeah.
Go listen to some Cars, because nobody plays the Cars anymore, and some Hall & Oates and that kind of thing, and share with your friend apes here your thoughts. All right, enough of me blathering.
As always.
We'll see if that gets through. Peace.
We're out.
Well, hey, you still there? Raise your hand if you made it all the way through. Hopefully, the reason any of you are still here is because you had maybe nearly as much fun listening to this as we had doing it. So, thank you. We appreciate you guys listening, contributing, being there for our little Mixed Apes pod show here. You should know this song. If you did enjoy it, if you have anything to say, that kind of thing, consider subscribing, commenting, liking, sharing, all that stuff. Just get the business out of the way. What we hope is that you got a great song stuck in your head today, or you have some interesting tidbit to go search up on the Googles and, feed your brain some more about things like rock and roll music, for crying out loud. And you can go to the Mixtapes website. It's www.mixtapes.com, Mixedapez. That's important, the Z. And you can also get there by Googling YouShouldKnowThisSong.com. Submit comments and follow, and like I said, like and subscribe. And we've got a charities page listed that we feel like is worthy to promote. We're not affiliated with any of them. We just think they're doing cool stuff and thought we'd, share it with the world, maybe get them some donations, that kind of thing. So maybe make yourself more aware and maybe even toss them a few bucks. Anyway, we really hope we get you back for the next episode and ones after that. And we can't tell you how much we appreciate your support. So it's Race and it's Reed and we're Mixtapes. And this is the You Should Know This Song podcast. Peace.